The Lesser Pentagram is the first ritual to learn when getting into magic. Despite its simplicity, the technique packs plenty of symbolism and is the start of any practice. In the previous video, I discussed the purposes of the Lesser, Greater and Supreme rituals. In this one, I'll focus on the dynamics of the LRP, reflecting on a few concepts that need more attention. For those new to my work, I go by the name of POTB. I discuss esotericism, human potential and creativity. Stick around if that sounds interesting, and if you need magic manuals or diagrams, visit my Etsy store as it likely has what you need. Origins. Although it has different variations, the standard or quote-unquote traditional LRP is likely written by Samuel MacGregor Mathers, the chief adept of the original Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. The Golden Dawn was an outer order of the inner Rosa Rubeae Roa Crucis. It profoundly impacted Western occultism, as up until now most people practice its techniques thanks to Crowley's The Equinox and regard it as the Golden Dawn. Purpose. As covered in the previous video, the LRP is a general microcosmic ritual working with microcosmic influences, and as such, it has an invoking and a banishing form. Getting less credit, the first LRP is a technique many neglect when they shouldn't. It draws energies from the immediate environment into your personal sphere, which enhances your magic and centers your mind. The second, LBRP, banishes or disconnects energies and thought forms from your personal sphere without affecting the surrounding space. Earth. The LRP's Earth pentagram symbolizes its general purpose. This is because Earth bears the most resemblance with Spirit, as both contain all the elements, Spirit their potential and Earth their manifestation. Paths and cards. Beginning with a Qabalistic cross, which identifies you with the Tree of Life, the LRP positions you at the intersection of the paths of Samek and Pe. Basically, it elevates consciousness from a mundane level associated with Malkuth to a higher and closer to Tiferet. The path of Pe is Mars, the practical aspect of Gebora, and the Tower card, which destroys useless and obsolete structures and states. This suggests that reaching higher being demands ridding yourself of such constructs. Samek is also Sagittarius and the Temperance or Art card. It expresses alchemical concepts like Sacred Union and Vitriol, which dissolve old into new life and complement the Tower. Directions. Following the winds model, the LRP places air in the east, fire in the south, water in the west, and earth in the north. This aligns the elements with Sephiroth, Tiferet before you, Yesod behind you, Hod on the right, and Netzach on the left. Archangels. The LRP calls on the four great archangels associated with the elements and these Sephiroth. Besides air, Raphael is the archangel of Tiferet, whereas Gabriel of water and Yesod. Michael is the archangel of fire, but also Hod, assigned to the pillar of severity. Uriel, the archangel of earth, goes with the pillar of mercy, and Netzach, which is Venus, the ruler of Taurus, the fixed sign of earth. This is because cherubic signs express the elements best. An alternative modification involves swapping the places of the first two. It puts Michael, who besides fire and Hod is the archangel of the sun, the practical aspect of Tiferet, in the east, and Raphael, who besides air and Tiferet is the archangel of Mercury, the practical aspect of Hod, in the south. According to my research, this approach of ordering the elements based on their density is inspired by the philosophers of nature. Let me know your thoughts. The column. Considering the Sephiroth in the LRP unveils a plethora of symbolism. The first is the balanced position and direction toward Tiferet, which is the seat of the angel, where the great work is accomplished. You ascend from Malkuth, whereas the angel descends from Keter. In Book 4, Crowley explains that this establishes a protective column or a box. You initiate a microcosmic invocation, leading to a macrocosmic response. Completing all pentagrams brings a hexagram above and below. Think of the elements ascribing to directions, whereas spirit to depth and height. Quote, you're standing in a column which is protected by your microcosmic invocation. The consequent result, being a macrocosmic response, is that without any effort on your part, the hexagram appears both above and below you. Note the equilibration of 5 equals 6. In this way, you are completely shut off from the outer and glyphotic parts of the universe. Unquote. Malkuth. Mentioning boxes, Malkuth's divisions allude to the pillars of the universe, such as the geometrical square. Grounded and secure, the square represents stability and solidity, and besides qualities of the earth element in the realm of which the LRP operates, these are actual effects it provides. More on that by the end. Malkuth sub-angles in the Queen scale match those of the lower shaft of the Rose Cross, which complements the tree. Air citrine, water olive, fire russet, and earth black. As covered in my Rose Cross cheat sheet, these are muddied or denser versions of the higher colors, ascribing to the three mother letters, forming the basis of everything. Blue, Mem, water, red, Shin, fire, and yellow, Aleph, air. 4, 5, and 6. The LRP uses 4 divine names associated with Malkuth and Asiya, the world of action. Each pentagram, 5, goes with the name 4. Yehovah, Yahweh or Yodhei Vavhei, Adonai, Ehyei, and Agua. In the Tree of 5, 4 and 5 are the higher principles of Hesed and Geburah. Their synthesis is 6, Tiferet, which is harmony. Think of the macrocosmic response of the hexagrams after completing all directions, and now, let's explore the positioning of the names. Godnames. Yehovah or Yodhei Vavhei, the holy unpronounceable name of God, symbolizes the 4 elements and Qabalistic worlds. It is placed in the east, associated with white, dawn, and Tiferet, representing the role of the Hierophant as the divine initiator. Adonai or Word is placed in the south, aligned with the sun's strength and fiery nature. It basically reflects Geburah, the sphere of power, strength, and individuality. Interestingly, Adonai is also associated with Mars, the practical aspect of Geburah, according to 777. Ehyei, I am or I will be, resides in the west, where the sun sets and darkness grows. It repels the chaotic clifford and connects Keter or the crown to Malkuth, the kingdom. This brings the dynamic of the crown in the kingdom and the kingdom in the crown. Ehyei is also vibrated with your active spirit pentagrams in SRP and GRP, symbolizing pure spirit or energy. Agua is an Utaricon for Ata Gibor Leolam Adonai or You're Mighty Forever My Lord. It is located in the north, traditionally associated with quote-unquote darkness and evil. The balance here comes from Gibor and Adonai, drawing some fiery Geburah energy from the south. Agua is also vibrated with your passive spirit pentagrams in SRP and GRP, symbolizing pure matter. A circle and a cross. All this forms a perfect cross with lines from east to west and south to north. Symbolizing unity, the surrounding circle hints at Tiferet's presence in the ritual. Reinforcing the union between micro and macrocosm, this alludes to the Rosicrucian Rosy Cross, the union of object and subject, consciousness extended on the cross, experiences manifesting continually, etc. The 4 worlds. The LRP prepares for various aims like practical and mystical workings that run through the Qabalistic worlds. It kinda low-key involves an element from each. Divine names in Atzilut, Archangels in Braya, visualization in Etzaira, and physical action in Asiya. The Philosopher's Stone. Places in the Tree of 5 are basically states of consciousness and mind shifts. Elevating you in such way, the LRP enables you to navigate higher principles from a position of balance. Now you can render the veil of Parokhet with your greater or supreme pentagrams, identify with the sun with your lesser hexagram and work with planets and signs, or even move beyond Tiferet. Besides the greater and supreme pentagrams, which include higher Atzilutic names, LRP precedes macrocosmic workings which are enabled by the lesser hexagram. This alludes to 2 magical concepts. 1. Before approaching the hexagram, we should master the pentagram. And 2. Meaningful transformation and change always begin from within. This is one reason why the LRP is so special that Crowley calls it the Philosopher's Stone. And now, let's wrap up with an unpopular opinion. Psychic Negentropy. By ordering and balancing the elements, the LRP fosters what Mihai Csikszentmihalyi calls psychic negentropy. This is the opposite of entropy, chaos, and randomness, which are the default states of the universe and most people's lives. The LRP extends and protects our aura with the pentagrams, shutting off cliphotic influences, which, if you think about it, imply entropy, chaos, and randomness. Bringing internal order and stability, the LRP makes it only natural to aspire toward Tiferet and our true purpose. But that's just my opinion. Subscribe if you agree, check the links in the description, and thank you for your time.